Hi, Erica again, and today I wanted to take a couple of minutes, hopefully try to make this somewhat shorter than my last video, and talk to you about LimeLight by Alcone's Botanical Foundation. And basically, I'm going to talk to you about what's on my face because I've had it on since about 9 o'clock this morning, and right now it's almost 9 o'clock at night. So it's been 12 hours, just about 15 minutes shy of 12 hours. So I'm going to actually take off what I'm wearing. But before I do that, I want to tell you a little bit about our foundation. Basically, what it is a wax-based foundation. I don't know what you're thinking. Wax-based is probably the same exact thing that I was thinking the first time that I discovered it, heard of it. Wax-based, oh my gosh, that's gonna feel super heavy. No, wrong, because I have the oiliest skin on the planet, no joke, and I was terrified of this. Absolutely terrified. This is the only foundation that I can wear all day without my skin getting super oily. I have tried probably just about every single mattifying foundation you can think of. If you can think of it, and it can be found at the counter, I've tried it. Any stay matte, long wear, anything. I have definitely tried it. I have spent tons and tons of money on stuff that doesn't work. And when I discovered this, I was actually mixing two different colors of a very famous artist brand to get my color. And I ended up returning both of them. And I've been using this since March of 2016. And that's how much I love it. And like I said, I have had this on since 9 o'clock this morning. So this is almost 12 hours of wear. I have not powdered or touched up or anything. And I like mine more sheer, but because it is wax-based, it sits on your skin like a second skin. You can wear it more full coverage because it is 50% pigment. Most that you find on the market are anywhere from 13 to 23% pigment. Because this is 50% pigment, you need a lot less. A little bit goes a long way. And I don't know if you can see that, but it is super, it covers very well. If you don't feel like you need that full coverage foundation, you can mix it with your favorite moisturizer and make it more of a tinted moisturizer, and it does work very well. So what I am going to do is I'm going to take mine off and I'm going to reapply it for you because why not? Why not see it in action? So I have some of our Alcone make-off wipes, and I apologize for the glare because, you know, that's my lighting, but these are phenomenal. And this foundation has been the top-selling professional foundation for the past 60 years. It's what you are finding most times on screen and in print. Professional makeup artists do prefer to use this brand of foundation. You can find it on J.Lo, on Beyonce. Yeah, it's really good stuff. Like I said, this is the only stuff that stays on me all day without exasperating my oil issue, which is absolutely ridiculous. I live in the South where it's very hot, it's very humid, and anything else that I was wearing after 2 hours of having it on my face, sometimes after an hour and a half, you could legitimately fry an egg on my face, which is not a very good look. And I also suffer from rosacea, which is, you know, not fun. So this being 50% pigment, a lot of times I don't need to use a separate concealer to cover up anything. I just use this and it does the trick. A lot of people find that when they use this, they don't need a concealer, which is phenomenal. This is your double duty, all in one. So there we go. This is my makeup. I'm going to keep my eye makeup on because you can see that I have a lot of hyperpigmentation around my nose. You didn't see that before when I had it on. And I have freckles on my face. My skin is actually not perfect. And again, these are our Alcone Make-Off Wipes. I love these things. They're so good. Alright, so you can apply this many different ways. My preferred way right now is with our Blenderful sponge, which I'm going to show you, but I like to prime my face first with our LimeLight First Base Primer. And basically you just give yourself a couple sprays and you let that dry. And then I get my little Blenderful sponge. I'm sure everybody has seen these little sponges. This is actually my favorite sponge. I've used a bunch of different ones on the market. There's a very popular pink one that is on the market. It's been my experience that when I go to wash that popular pink one, there seems to be some bleeding of pink color. It's not the case with this one, but I also like how this one is very dense and I don't have any issues with not getting the coverage that I like. So I'm going to go in with my foundation, and my color is Olive 2. Now we do have a lot of different colors, so if you're worried about us not having your color, because I am Casper, I do have the lighter kit. I'm working on getting all of them, but we had a lot of colors. We actually are working on getting some more. And like I said, this is the light one. And my color is Olive 2. And what I do with my sponge is I just go in with my sponge and I give it a quick half turn. And then, oh yeah, how attractive is that, guys? But then I don't need to pick up anymore. I just keep going and turning all over my face. And this will cover up pretty much everything that I need covered up. And like I said, this has been my favorite foundation that I've ever used. Ever. Before, I was changing my foundation once a month. Oh, you love it when you get a piece of your own hair in your mouth. Once a month I was changing my foundation, and my skincare for that matter. But I haven't had to do that since I started using this. So, that makes me very happy. I'm sure it makes my husband very happy too, because I don't have to keep buying new things. But as a woman, you know how you're always looking for the very best thing on the market and you get disappointed when you can't find it? I feel like I have finally found the very best thing. And you know what the best thing is that this stuff has a 30-day, 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't love it, guess what? You give them a call, you send it back, and they refund you your money. So, here we go. Look at that. And look. Looks like skin, right? Looks like skin. And all I did was my half a turn in there. It looks like skin. It doesn't look fake. It doesn't look like a mask. And it is legit. Let me turn up my light just a little bit so I don't look so crazy. And you know what the best part is too? It doesn't feel like skin. It's virtually weightless, which is amazing. So let me put this back. Now for me, because I am so oily, I not only use our priming spray, but I also set it with our setting spray. And this is our 10 years younger setting mist. If I could drink the 10 years younger and actually be 10 years younger, I would be. That would be so nice. And like I said, there's a couple different ways that you can put on the foundation. One is with the blender full sponge. Right now that's my favorite way, but I do flip-flop back and forth a different couple ways. Another way that you can do it is with our buffer brush. This is another way that I do it. Lately I've been using this brush for something else. And another way that I do it in the summertime is I use our big fluffy brush and I dip it into my foundation and I just swirl it around in big circles and I get really light coverage, but I like it that way in the summertime. I don't know why, but I do like it. So I'm just waiting for my setting spray to dry, and then I'm going to set it with a powder and be good to go. The thing that I love so much about this is that I use so little of it. You saw me go in. This has been my foundation since March. I had gotten 2 of them and I had hit the pan and I got it warm on the flat iron and then I poured it into one because I had hit the pan, and I just made another compact with it, but it lasts so long. Like, it legitimately lasts so long. I don't even think I would have finished a whole one yet if I hadn't done that, because my mom got one at the same time and I think she's still on her first one. She has a second one waiting to be opened, but I think she's still on her first one. So it really does last you a long time. Whereas if you're getting a bottle of foundation, most times you are using it up very quickly. So this is our setting powder. It's our perfect pressed powder. And I know what you're thinking. Oh my gosh, why is that white? I use it, obviously. Why is that so white? Guess what? It's not. It's not. It is actually a colorless powder. So it takes the guesswork out of it for you, so that you don't have to find that powder that matches your skin, so that you don't have to go crazy looking for a powder that matches you perfectly. See? Look at that. And then I would just go in with my normal blush, which is, I have to find my brush here, my favorite blush, which is this color right here. It's called Keen, and just right there on my cheekbones, and that's it. That is our LimeLight by Alcone Botanical Foundation, and you can get any better than that. I love this stuff. I will never ever be without it. You know, they talk about holy grail items. This is definitely one for me, and for my mother-in-law, for my mom, for my hairstylist, I think for a lot of people. But I love it. So, if you have any questions or are thinking about maybe looking into LimeLight, or are curious about our Botanical Foundation, please let me know. I'll put my email address down below. You can email me with any questions you might have. I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you so much, and hopefully I'll have another video up soon.